Hello and welcome to part 72. Like usual, check the description for any timestamps you want to jump to. Otherwise, thanks for sticking around for the play-by-play. I am hoping for today's video we will have this basic wall finished. Speed up the game speed. You can see here we already started on the first layer. We'll be able to reach the second layer from that floor. All the dirt is put in. Looks like we got the clay ready to be put down. And we are working on part of this tower here already. This is just going to be the stairs leading up. But the actual tower we're not going to be worrying about today. I want to get just the basic wall built. Let's take a look at our moat. We can mine away quite a bit here. Let's start working on getting this little slope taken care of as well. I think I rotated the camera. Looks like I was missing a piece here. Let's take a look on the west side. Looks like we are digging out this moat as well. Summer 2/3 over. Still got all of the fall to go through, so hopefully we can get maybe another decent bit here. Maybe we'll get to the halfway mark. It's about here. I think we're looking pretty good defensively. This side I'm worried about since it's not put in place, but I doubt the enemy's going to come here and build like 2 layers of ladders just to get to another area that they need to build ladders to get over. Or they might start trying to destroy this area here. Looks like we can start putting that in. Alright, while our people do that, let's take a look into the basement. We've been trying to get some more storage, so we've been putting these armory racks in. I wanted to get this level cleared up because we want to get more gaming tables set up. So let's install those. This is just a spare room. There's no gaming room that there's set up, is there? I wonder if that's something that might be changed in the future. Let's take a look at our materials. Got a lot of limestone brick. Why is this hay unavailable? Let's take a look at our materials. We need more wood. So let's go take a look. We'll see if there's any bonus trees in our tree farm. Looks like we got at least 1 or 2 here. That's good. There's a few more. Let's get these cut down. B is the hotkey. B is your best friend right now. Looks like we got a lot of them coming in the future, but we do have quite a lot ready right now. A lot more than I thought we did. That's good. Let's take a look at our apple orchard. Looks like we have a few trees here. That one looked dead earlier. Once we get to it, we'll know for sure. Let's just double check these. These are apple trees. Always on the lookout for other trees trying to kind of grow in here. fruitless. Let's cut that one down. There's the dead one we saw earlier. We got that now. There's a nice little area here, a lot of trees. Doesn't look like any of these are ripe yet. Okay. That's good for now. Let's go back to the wall, see what kind of progress we made here. Looks like that lowest layer of the outer wall is almost done. Got a few spots here. Alright, let's take a look at our moat again. Go all the way around the back. We'll take a look on the west side here. Looks like we can add more. And after this, let's go take a look at our graveyard. Looks like we have quite a bit still being added in here. We have been trying to mine away a little bit of this area. Slowly working on getting rid of this hill so we can expand our graveyard out. And let's take a minute. Polecat arrived. It's not that newsworthy. Looks like these are all checked. We'll have to revisit this once these ones are put in. But that might be something we just solve by waiting till the graves are filled up. Now, I did want to expand a little bit more here during this kind of warm weather that we're having. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we'll see if we can get that added in. We have quite a lot of dirt still. Let's revisit that moat. Happy birthday, Raymond. Let's go take a look at our prisoners. We got quite a few here. Let's see how they're doing. Wow, 99%. Hopefully we can get him today. 59%. Okay, let's add another person before I forget. Anyone who is a night owl? Brawny and robust, maybe. Sluggerly and vigorous, okay. Brawler, gourmet. Night owl, okay. We'll be adding you for the next rotation of recruits. Let's expand on this digging here as well. We'll probably be digging this area in the winter since it's so close to our entrance. I don't have to worry about our people freezing. Don't have to worry about cold snap. They don't take so long to run back inside. But we do want to still dig even during the warm season. I've been putting off this inside area for so long. This is where our future temple will be going. I feel like it's been like 10 years. We still don't have a proper area to pray. We have this makeshift area here. Alright, let's revisit the wall. Looking okay. Looks like this we'll be able to get from the top. Alright. Be able to add in a section there shortly. I'm going to wait until this is done, then we will do this corner first. Gonna wait before I add any more building. Came at the right time. Can add this piece on. Then it'll be smooth digging until we get to this tower. This little area that's sticking out. Let's go all the way to the west side. We'll take a quick look here, get an update on this digging. Going okay. Let's go visit the graveyard. See how our additions are looking. Oh, looks like they're underway. Maybe a bit less than half. Nice, we got this bottom area put in. Need to get this put in before the next layer can go up. So let's add that while we are here. But I don't want to add too much. Digging and adding soil to this area, I believe that's considered construction. That's taking away from this priority, unfortunately. I wonder if one day we will get some sort of drop-down menu in the jobs, similar to how you can set zones or shelving. Like this wardrobe, for example, you could click on apparel to expand it, click on clothing to expand it, and check which clothing goes here. I wonder if that's something that might be considered being developed in the future for jobs. Let's say for construction, you click on it, you expand it, you can click that this one person in particular, they're not going to deal with soil at all. So you can kind of focus on having people construct certain areas first. If you have, let's say, 4 constructors, all on priority 1, you'd want to have at least one of them not deal with soil, or maybe one dealing with soil specifically. Okay, let's pause the game here. It looks like Cristian has joined us. No longer a prisoner. Let's take a look. Are you the only Cristian we have? We have another Cristian, but it's spelled slightly different. Okay. Go on first shift. Let's take a look. Cannot hold his drink, and yet he is drinking right away. Great. He's got his priorities straight. Alright. Melee and marksman, great. Gonna be an archer. Let's go manage you. Ranged, no shields. Put a cap. Winter clothing and light armor for all of our archers, and you will be eating meals just like everyone else. Okay. Let's go see if we can set you up with a nice ranged weapon. Those are empty. Or are they? These are not. Let's see. Light crossbow. Is that all we have? We have regular crossbows. Alright. What else do we have? Sling, warbow. Let's take a look at this flawless one here. 3.21. Let's go get that flawless crossbow. You have clothing on already, great. Let's see if there's any light armor here. Perfect, good light armor. Flawless. Alright, we're gonna have that. Settlers are exhausted. Let's pause this before we go anywhere else. Let's get our jobs set up for Christian here. Alright, let's make that your priority. You are great with your healing. Tireless Barber. Plus 10 medicine. Alright. Let's turn some of these off. Turn these low. Turn mining low. That's a terrible mining skill. Even constructing is pretty low. Right. Carpentry. No smithing. We're going to turn that off. Going to leave tailoring. Just to have maybe a backup. Your skills aren't terrible on these. Let's turn artist low. Let's turn research off. Okay. We're going to have you, steward, and hall as a priority. I think after that, since you're eager to craft, we're going to have you craft, carpent, and tailor. In that order, these two have stars, this one doesn't, so that kind of makes sense to me that way. And then after that, let's have you cut plants. Cut plants, we'll have you as a backup for cooking. Then after that, you can construct, animal husbandry, mine, hunt even. I'm going to leave fishing low. Got plenty of other people that could fish. You know what, let's just turn it on low. If it happens. Okay. Unpausing, let's take a look at our wall. Got quite a bit to go still. Let's go take a look at our moat. We can take some more of this out. Let's go take a look on the opposite side, on the west. Alright, perfect. We can assign another area here to get dug out. And then going back to the southeast corner, looks like more digging is underway. Let's double check these bedrooms on the top. Are all these filled out with everything we need? Do we have enough trophies? Looks like we actually do have quite a lot of trophies filled in. That's great. How is our Great Hall looking? Did we forget to take anything apart up here? Got any little pieces of floors sticking around that we need to take down? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we didn't get those taken down. But it also looks like we have some on the other side here. Not too worried about those. Alright, let's take a look in the basement here. See if we have anything we can install. Alright, looks like we got another statue to put in. Do we need any more? Looks like that is the last one we needed. Let's see what else we have down here. Finally, a flawless carpet to put in. Let's see, we have room. Let's take a look here, see if any of these are superior that we need to move around. Yeah, we have four, looks like 4 hair ones here that are superior. These are wool, they're flawless, but I wanted to put all linen flawless in here. I have so much linen available to me. We're going to leave this for, well, you know what? Let's just move it while we're here. These are wool that we wanted over there. Let's relocate some of these wool ones. And let's relocate these linen to a bedroom. Let's get this speed going again. It's sometimes hard to select when there's so many people walking around. Sometimes it feels like it's better to pause it just so you don't accidentally click on a person or an animal. Blighted crops. Alright, way to interrupt me installing my carpet everywhere. Alright, looks like we have a few people nearby. Thankfully, we can deal with this. You have that turned off. Okay. Have more people come to help suddenly? Looks like they have. I think we're doing pretty well with the people that were here, but it's nice more people have shown up on screen. I'll have to look for them. Is that enough? Have we saved the farm? Oh no, looks like there's a spot that grew here. Are you fast enough? You are. Alright, let's take a look inside. Looks like we have a lot of hay still. It's end of summer. Now this is probably more than enough hay to get through to the following year. Let's see, we got a barley somewhere we can get rid of. And maybe we can move one of these flax over. Let's deconstruct that. Harvest these. We'll deconstruct this. Let's see which ones are ripe. We'll harvest these, and then we'll check in a few days and gain time. We remember, and we will go and move flax over to this area. Got a lot of trees growing here. Cut that one down. Looks like we got a field maple growing closer here. Let's get that cut down. And let's go back to the southeast here. Take a look, see what we can add to the building. Alright, perfect. Can add this second row in here. Alright. Let's go take a look at our moat. See what we can assign here to get dug out. Alright. And then going to the opposite side, on the west side of our fortress, can assign another section here. Back to the southeast area, we can assign this area to get dug out. And then let's go take a look at the graveyard and see what we can assign to be added in here. Let's take this tree layer out. Let's go to soil. We can add this in here. Unfortunately, these are in the red area. Let's get this added on and start putting in these. Once this corner area is done, well, I guess they won't ever be done. It'll just be filled in this direction a little bit. Let's get this added on. Alright. Looks like a decent amount of construction has been happening here. Now that this outer layer is built, I feel like it's okay for us to put the ladder in now. But let's get this built. We'll get that put in, then we'll put in the ladder. Let's take a look at our apple orchard here. We've got a field maple growing nearby. Let's get that cut down before that becomes a long-term problem. Alright, we got ripe trees. H is your best friend. That's the harvest hotkey. Looks like there's quite a few flowering. Not a whole lot to report on there. Let's go take a look at the basement. Let's see if that extra seed room we put in is being used. Alright, looks like it is. Let's get this dug out. We'll put in the doorway here. Let's start shrinking this down. Now, with that shrunk down, we're going to need to find a home for those. So let's take a look at these towers. Should have a lot of space here. Let's go and take a look on the opposite side. Do we have this put in 2 levels? Looks like we do. Alright, another surprise raid. Looks like about the same as last time. About 12 archers, 5 siege weapons, 52 enemies. Let's pause this. Let's go and see. They are on the north side of the map. Okay. How many people do we have digging back here? Quite a few. Okay. Head inside. Alright. They're on their way. Might take a little while for some of them to get inside. You're pretty close. Thankfully you're on this top area already. You don't have to circle back. That's good. Okay. Get you inside. Anyone building by the graveyard? Okay. Looks good. Let's go through one by one. We'll send our people to the wall. Now, I'm not too worried about them storming the door right away. They do have siege equipment. Typically, the AI seems like they'll be setting up the siege equipment at a decent range. And then they wait till they run out of ammo before they attack me. Alright. Let's unpause that. We'll wait a moment, get our people moving. Let's go back to the top. Okay. Since they're coming from the north, I don't think I have any traps set up where they're running right now. No, they're too far to the east. I thought I had some traps here. There it is. That's too far to the east. Okay, let's try to remember to set some traps up. Maybe here? This looks like a good choke point where they'll be running through. Okay, let's pause that. Let's go back alphabetically and we will get our people put into position on the wall here. We got 2 javelin throwers. how is our tower looking? We got some siege weapons here. We got some ammo. Maybe we'll send someone there to shoot that. Looks like they started placing it on the walls outside on the north here. Alright. Anyone with a crossbow? Let's see what kind of range we got. Then let's just pause this for a moment. Anyone that has a weapon, a melee weapon, these warriors, let's get you to head down to get some better equipment. Let's head down to this level. And I think I'm missing another warrior. Let's see. You are outside still? Okay, let's get you down here. Alright, thankfully they're setting up the siege weapons, otherwise my people would be caught outside. Looks like some of them are making their way forward, but a lot of my people were on the far end of our base. Looks like first blood, second blood. What's the range here? Pretty far. Let's see if we can move a few of our other people into a better position. Maybe we can get a few more shooting over here. Alright, good. Took out 4 enemies already. There's a 5th. It's nice that one archer was taken down. Right, range on this looks pretty good. Let's move you across here. Let's see if we can attack this. What position is this? 148 and 149. Let's move one of you here, 147. Right, so we'll probably interrupt the completion of this. Hopefully these other ones in the back, maybe they'll get completed. Okay, let's pause that for a moment. Let's get our strike team ready. Now, let's keep mail armor on. Okay. And let's put mail helmets on. It's a mask. Mail helmet. Okay. Alright. Let's move you into position by the door here. Maybe we'll have you run out shortly. But we need you to be supported by some archers, and they need some light helmets. Do we have enough light helmets up here? Doesn't look like it. Let's get 3 people. Or you know what? We're gonna need 5 more to join the 1. Let's get you all to go to this level here. We'll see what helmets we can get over there. While they're all moving, let's take a look at our crossbow. Crossbow's getting some hits. Let's see if we have any more crossbow archers available. Crossbowmen, crossbowwomen. Looks like we had a third one here. Let's move you into position. Deer mod, you're here. Doesn't look like anyone else is using a crossbow. Nice 2 kills right there. Third kill. Great work. Looks like they're in disarray. See if we can get a nice thumbnail. Let's roll up those layers a little bit. Maybe something like that. Alright, let's take a look. Our warriors are ready. Scroll down here to the keep. Let's just pause this for a moment. We don't want the fight outside to get too far underway. We don't want them to get too much progress on their siege weapons out there. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any more light helmets here. Let's go to the layer underneath. We got some here. Let's go grab those. You 3, let's head to the front. I had someone here get a helmet. There you are. Oh, you're using javelins. Can we get you something better? Just a regular bow. You know what? We're gonna have you go to the top, and we're just gonna have you drop that light helmet for someone. Nice, another archer down. Okay, dropping the helmet. Let's see, your cap, there you have a hood, let's go get that hood. And then Pentecost, you're a great marksman, you're going to grab that, you're going to head down there. You're going to join that team. Nice, another archer's down. They are in disarray down here. This is at 0%, 73%, 67, 77. Looks like they just lost that. I thought that was at 75 for a moment. Zero. Looks like they keep spreading out. Okay, those 2 archers are ready. Let's go join our squad at the front. Settlers are starving. Okay, let's let you go eat. Just the one. Just Ulrich is starving. Alright. That's good. Let's put you back in position here. The nice thing about the enemies coming is they bring all this free ammunition for me. Let's take a quick look, see who is left. 9 archers still. A few thugs. I don't know if any of them have any battering rams with them. I know there's some on the ground. Flimsy longsword. There's a flimsy battering ram made out of wood. This gentleman here will... You have a metal battering ram. Unfortunately, it's flimsy. Doesn't look like our portcullis has taken any damage. I'm gonna allow this. Maybe our dogs outside, the hauling animals, will grab some of these. What position are these folks in? 143 and 144? Maybe I should have moved some of my people around a tiny bit. Another archer is down. They still have 8 archers. Let's see if I set those up as urgent. Is your shield going to break? It might. He might just break his shield. Yeah, they didn't do very well. Okay, I think it's time to get our strike team out there. I wish you luck. Let's try to stay organized. Let's try not to overcommit. Let's just pause this for a moment. Let's get a few more people into better positions here. Because what I might do, I might just lure them a little bit. If they come running, maybe I'll just run back and then they'll run into my traps as well as this wall of archers just waiting to attack. Enemy corpses forbidden. Okay. Settlers are becoming annoyed. Okay, let's let Mott get back to whatever Mott was doing. Maybe sleeping at this time? No, Mott, you're gonna be on night shift, I believe. Hopefully that's enough for you to get through the night. Okay. Settlers are exhausted. Alright, Hawaii's, let's take you off. You can go sleep. See, we can get a few more people in a few better positions here on the wall, maybe. Got a few stragglers here at the back that won't really be helping much. Alright, strike team moving into a better, closer position. Looks like Cristian has taken a few hits here. Alright, looks like the enemy managed to build one of these, so thank you. I'll be stealing that. Wonder if we can shoot them from down here. So Carl, we got Carl. Let's move back, reposition. Macus, you're part of this squad. Looks like they didn't commit. Alright, they got an archer shooting back at us. Our warriors were enough to take out one of their warriors. Fortunately, Isabel here, you lost your armor just now. Let's get you out of there before that becomes a big problem. Look at that victory. Wow, what a long raid. 11 hours, 48 minutes. Almost half a day. Took out 42. I believe it was 51 that showed up. Cristian Aubert was the bravest, dealing the most blows to the foe, and Isabel Blackwell took the most damage. Isabel, that's you. Your armor got destroyed. Okay. They were running, they didn't get very far. Let's cancel these. Okay, incursion. Who is left? 8 people left. I wonder if we'll be able to take you out. Are you drafted? Let's undraft you since you're wounded. The 2 of you can head back. You though, let's see if we can attack you. Get you while you're running. We can, okay. Let's see. Think we can chase them down? Let's go take a look. Alright, let's pause this. Let's get everyone else up here undrafted. Okay, I think that's most of our people, so they'll go back to sleeping, go back to work. You know what, these warriors, I'm going to have you head back. I think it's just the archers that might have a chance at catching them. Got them in the water. Alright. Now, where did you drop your items? You dropped them in the water? Rots in 3 days. Yeah, in the water. Ooh, superior. Okay. Alright. Let's undraft you, and let's just take a look. Let's go through our list here. See if we see anyone that's drafted. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's increase that speed. Let's allow all of this. Okay. Double click on these. Urgent haul. Alright. That should solve that problem. Our gate is open. Good hit points. Alright. Not bad. We'll be dealing with that graveyard situation in the next video. For now, let's just do a quick look at our construction that's going on. Alright, looks like we can assign a bit more. Let's see how this corner is looking. Are we able to assign here? Hey, look at that. Autumn is here. Made it through the summer. Okay. Okay, before we add this wall, let's just stylize these pieces here. Okay, easy. Let's add on the next few layers here. Alright, that's good. We're working on that. For the next season, let's take a look at our digging here. Let's assign a little bit more. Get more of this moat taken out. Looks like on the west side here, we got one little piece left, so let's just add to that. And then let's go back down to the southeast area. Looks like just a little bit here. Let's add a little bit more. And let's take a look. Graveyard is ready. There's a few spots here we're going to have to go over. Expansion still underway here. Okay. That's going to be today's video. Let's go do the recap. So we got our roof on, we got the trees on. Alright, recap time. Looks like we managed to add quite a bit to this wall. I'm liking the way this looks. It's almost done. Looks like we got just the inside layer and some ladders to go. Then we'll be pretty much on par with what we want. Still need to put in the flooring on the top layer, and then the merlins all the way around, except for this area that's going to be the tower. I don't know if we'll have the tower started this winter, but maybe. Looks like we might even get that started halfway through autumn, since autumn just started recently. We'll probably be digging out this moat in the winter a little bit at the front here on the east side of our base, and then we'll pause anything on the west side in the winter since it's going to be too far away to comfortably dig. But we'll still be digging out here on the south side. So just a few plans for the upcoming season. Alright, thanks for sticking around. If you're coming for the next video, we do plan on taking care of all of these bodies, cleaning up all this equipment, moving this siege weapon. Not sure where yet. Maybe we'll just put it inside our basement like we have the other one until we have the towers ready. Well, thanks again for stopping by, hanging out for the hour. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop me a comment if you got something you want to say. Let me know. Thanks. Have a great one.